Yells.
Alright, what's going on, y'all? So, a lot of shit has been going on around YouTube these days. There's a lot of content ID bullshit, and basically what's happening is YouTube seems to have this new system in place where if they track down some sort of copyright material on your video, such as maybe gameplay or maybe some sort of soundtrack or some music or whatever it is, they're gonna content ID that video, and you won't be able to make any money off of that video. Now, first off, this doesn't really affect me because I don't really use any sort of music in my videos, and most of the gameplay footage that I do use is mainly multiplayer. You know what I'm saying? It's mainly multiplayer. There isn't really any copyright type of material in that shit. Now, if you upload a game like GTA, and we all know GTA's radio stations have real life music, you know what I'm saying? Including from people like Dr. Dre. So, if you were to put up a GTA video and you're in the car roaming around and shit and the radio's on, then there's a pretty good chance that that video is going to get content ID and you won't be able to make no money off of it. Now, like I said, this doesn't really affect me because I don't use music, I don't use single player gameplay much, I mainly use multiplayer, and it seems a lot of publishers and developers don't really care. I think there's a few that aren't really fond of people using their gameplay footage. I think Rockstar's one of them. Apparently Naughty Dog apparently Naughty Dog's one of them as well that ain't too happy about people using their gameplays. Well, there's a few companies here and there, but majority they don't really care if people use their gameplay, especially multiplayer. I think a lot of companies have a problem with when it comes to like single player gameplays, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't upload single player. It's mainly multiplayer here on my channel, so it doesn't really affect me. But I think it's bullshit because people spend, personally I don't spend a huge amount of time on this, but I know there's people out there that do spend a lot of time on this and pretty much their full-time job. And now with all this content ID bullshit, people are affected, and it's pretty unfair. It's pretty unfair because people work their asses off to put these videos out, and now YouTube are basically fucking everyone over. And the biggest problem with all of this is that there's no way to get in contact with YouTube or Google, whoever it is. Apparently there's no way to get in contact with them. So I think that's the biggest fuck up. It's all fine and dandy that they're putting out these content ID bullshit, but the fact that you can't even get in contact with YouTube and shit, like apparently they don't even have a customer service number. I think that's nonsense. A $1 billion corporation like this don't even have a customer service line. That's the biggest fucked up bit. So yeah, I feel for all these big time YouTubers or whatever that make these videos and put a lot of time into this, because I know that it's pretty much a lot of people's full-time job. It's not my full-time job, don't get it twisted. I just do this for a little bit of fun. But like I said, content ID is a bit of bullshit. Mainly, like I said, there's a few companies. Rockstar have content ID'd me once for one of the trailers I put up, but that's fair enough. I never disputed that or anything. But yeah, man, content ID is not looking good. So you might notice if I do put up a video sometimes, I might have to mute the video. There won't be no sound in that video, and the only reason I might do that is for the content ID bullshit in some videos. Not every video, but some videos. For example, if I was to put up a Killzone Shadowfall gameplay, then I wouldn't really have to mute the video, you know what I'm saying? Whereas if I put up a GTA gameplay, then obviously I'll have to mute it because of the radio stations. So yeah, content ID is pretty much bullshit, but like I said, it doesn't really affect me. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be putting out a load of shit now because there seems to be a trend, like everyone seems to be doing these news videos these days, talking about the latest shit going on in gaming. So you know what, I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon as well, and I'm gonna put out my type of shit as well. But the difference between me and these other people is that these other people, they literally read word for word off of an article, which I think is boring as fuck. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to give y'all my opinions on the shit, and that's it. Put it into my own words and put a spin on it, rather than reading it out word for word. And I think that's boring as fuck. I mean, I don't even watch people on YouTube, to be honest. I hardly watch people, but it just seems to be a trend that these news articles, news videos seem to be pretty damn popular these days, and people seem to enjoy them. So like I said, I'm gonna jump on the banner again. At the same time, I'm gonna keep bringing y'all gameplay. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna keep bringing y'all gameplay, and I'm not gonna be boring like I'm reading each and every article word for word. Like and this guy report. I mean, come on, bro. That shit crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna have more for y'all, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe for more. Twitter, PSN, links will be in the description for that. And that's it from me, y'all. I'm out.